Well, this is a pleasure for me to talk about the presence of the Benedictine sisters from Ferdinand, Indiana, from the monastery, who went to Peru in the end of 1968, 69, arrived in Peru, and especially the invitation first came from Father John Tasto, whose sister was a Benedictine sister from Ferdinand, Sister Marie Tasto. And so through that contact, and then of course getting in touch with the pastor, Father Ed Chapman of the Augustinians, and the bishop, John McNabb, the sisters arrived in Morropón in northern Peru, and this is a small town which presently has about 10,000 people that live in the town of Morropón. And at that time, there was such a great need to help young women. The little girls that would finish, if they were lucky, they would finish grammar school in the whole area, but that would be the end of their studies. There was no place else. The parents didn't want to send them to the public school. And Father Chapman and the Augustinians, Father John Tasso, saw the great need that there would be a school developed to help especially the young ladies, So they began the school, which had the name St. Rita, Santa Rita High School. And it was a success. And then the idea was to help especially to give an education to the young women who lived in the outskirts, who lived an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours away, and could never, there were no schools for them. So the school was going well, but they needed to have what we call the pensionado, which would be a boarding school. And so they built up the boarding school, and the Benedictine sisters would take care of the boarding school. And this was a tremendously wonderful apostolate. At the same time, the Augustinians were also in the mountains up in Santo Domingo, and there was a great need for a program of catechetics and evangelization in the parish of Santo Domingo. So some of the Benedictine sisters, then that would be some of the sisters who are still here right now in the monastery, Sister Rosalie Cook and Sister Mary Bale, whose Sister Leah Bale is here right now. But Sister Mary Bale, a few years ago, died of cancer, and she was one of the first principals of the school. And the relationship was just wonderful. Everything was so blessed. Santo Domingo was blessed with Sister Romaine. There was another sister who was with her, Sister Judy Younger, and I'm trying to remember the names, who were in Santo Domingo. And everything, we were so happy to this day, because the Benedictine sisters, in about the end of the 1980s, they began the formation program with Peruvian Vocations. And that was another tremendous moment in the history of the presence of the sisters in Peru, that they start getting vocations from the young women in northern Peru. And they had a good number of vocations, and to this day they continue the work in Santo Domingo and in Morropón in the school Santa Rita. So the high school Santa Rita already has celebrated its 50th year. I think it's like 52 years of existence, and it's still going strong. They have a wonderful school, and at this moment it's co-educational. And the school is going well. There's a lot of enthusiasm. They have some wonderful teams of the young ladies of Santa Rita were the best school around for volleyball, for women's soccer, for basketball. So they're just it's a well-known school in northern Piura, in our region of Chulukanas, the Diocese of Chulukanas. And what I can say is that it's a great blessing to have the presence of the Benedictine sisters, and their presence was always a presence of a prayerful presence. The sisters always had a great love for the liturgy and for prayer. And anyone who would go through Moropon or Santo Domingo always felt this prayerful presence of the Benedictine sisters. So they carried this charism of Saint Benedict, of Saint Scholastica, and of all the saints, Saint Gertrude from today. They carried that tremendous love for the church, for the liturgy, for prayer, and the spirit of Scholastica and the spirit of Benedict. So it was a wonderful gift to our Diocese of Chulukanas. Now, the first bishop of Chulukanas was Bishop John McNabb. He had great respect and great love for the sisters. And of course, the Augustinian fathers, we all had this tremendous love and respect for the sisters and for all that they were doing in Moropon and in Santo Domingo. And in the year 1996, I became the bishop, but I was the coadjutor bishop for 4 years. And then in the year 2000, I became the Bishop of Chulukanas. And I continue with this tremendous respect for the Benedictine sisters. And the sisters who are here right now, Sister Leah Bale, Sister Romaine Kuntz, and Sister Rosalie Cook, and Sister Patricia McGuire. They're here right now in the community. They left a spirit that has been a tremendous gift to Peru. And the Diocese of Chulukanas has no way of thanking them enough for all they have done, the tremendous spirit that they left in the diocese. Their work in these last years extended beyond the parish of Santo Domingo and beyond the parish of Moropon and the school of St. Rita, because some of the sisters were very involved in the pastoral program of evangelization of the entire Diocese of Chulukanas. And so their presence is a blessing. Another thing is because they have the community in Moropon, La Cruz de la Paz, which is the cross of peace, or the peace of the cross. And it's a beautiful name for the community in Moropon. It says a great deal about the presence of the sisters in Peru and in our Diocese of Chulukanas, the peace of the cross, Cruz de la Paz, and the sisters have been just a blessing. But because of the monastery in Moropon, the presence in Santo Domingo for now over 50 years, I always felt that was one of the greatest blessings, because some communities came and went, but the Benedictine sisters came and they had this sort of like this permanence, that they were there to stay. They're there to be with the people of God and to walk with these people. And that gift of permanence was a special gift, a special charism of the Benedictine sisters for the Diocese of Chulukanas. So we're most grateful for the charism of the sisters, of prayer, of the love for the liturgy, for the love for education, especially of the young women, but now in Moropon, the co-educational gift, and the presence in Santo Domingo. There was the care for the sick, which was very present in Santo Domingo, because the sisters, with Sister Romaine, they opened up a dispensary which the people just loved, because they had such great confidence in the sisters, the trust, the confidence, which was another gift that the sisters gave to the diocese, the gift of being a loving presence, and a presence that the people of the Peruvian people just had great trust and confidence in the sisters, so that the medical dispensary in up in the mountains where there was very little care for the people, that dispensary was a source of peace and of happiness and for the people. Of course, they were receiving spiritual gifts from the sisters, and also the corporal gift of getting their health care, their health being taken care of by the sisters, especially Sister Romaine. So all of this, all I can say is we are most grateful for the presence of the sisters who continue to work in northern Peru, in the Diocese of Chulukanas, in Santo Domingo, and in Moropon. The work that the sisters who are here present at this moment continues on in the Peruvian sisters who continue the work that was begun in 1969 in our Diocese of Chulukanas. So thank you to the Benedictine sisters of Ferdinand for all of the many blessings they have showered upon our people in the Diocese of Chulukanas, in the parish of Santo Domingo, especially in the parish of Moropon, Colegio Santa Rita, but and also for the entire diocese has benefited from the presence of the Benedictine sisters. So we're most grateful to God and to the Benedictine sisters.